Pancake!
Oh, baby!
Yes, Season 2, Episode 2. We are back.
It's been a while.
And, rumors of our demise have been greatly exaggerated.
People thought we were dead, but we're just like TNA, baby. We're immortal. We'll come right back from the dead.
Well, they thought you were dead. They thought you were dead.
Yes, they all thought that I died.
Diabetes.
Yep. Diabetes has got me reeling.
Diabetes has got me on the ropes.
It's got me in a chokehold.
I gotta take some insulin, Rock. I heard a lot of talk about how the podcast was over. I actually heard people say, like, they were getting bad ratings. And to those people, I have to say... Yeah, and also, like, how do you think YouTube works? Like, there are no ratings. We're, like, not killing it in the 18 to 34 demographic, but there are no ratings.
Listen, when...
There are 1.2 million viewers, though.
Oh, I think it's 4.2 billion.
Yeah, but when
4.2 million.
Yeah, but when Turkey Stuffer and Gobble Gobble decide to throw their podcast out there, I would like to see them try to gain, like...
Do they have a podcast?
Remember they tried that one time? It wasn't even a podcast. They sat there on their computer screen, and they literally just had all of their friends just sit there and just ask them questions that they probably already know.
I'm more surprised that you said all of their friends.
Yeah,
and I didn't know that Cliff had multiple accounts and aliases, but now again, that does make sense.
Well,
so,
tell people things.
Congratulations on your podcast, you two. Apparently there is a podcast. And
a happy couple.
I think everyone should have a podcast. It's very cathartic. Helps you get some stuff off your chest into a better about life. Therapeutic.
I think the doctor should prescribe a podcast for almost everybody who has stress.
A prescription of a podcast. I like it.
You're welcome.
But either way, we're back. Sorry it took us just a little bit to get back here.
Don't be sorry, because both of us have opportunities and new jobs and new stuff that's going on. Nicole just started her new job over at Cinderella's as main eventing the stripper line.
Of course.
What is Cinderella's?
Cinderella's a stripper.
Where?
Isn't it? I think it's Center Reach.
That was the worst paid advertisement we've ever done. Cinderella's in I think Center Reach.
You're welcome.
Go down there. They're
go down there. They got titties.
It's very. They also have butts.
Butts
and chicken wings.
And titties. Ass and titties.
I don't like to objectify women. Yeah. I prefer to put them in pedestals, not break them down.
All right,
we want to misogynist he is.
We want to get them to step on that.
What are you, a millennial?
They can vote.
Okay,
leave them alone.
so that.
Yeah, we got some stuff going on. Pancakes has been working BJ's, literally, and I have been traveling, and it's been almost impossible to get us together to do this podcast. But we finally got here.
Doesn't to stay home for 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah, I'm home now. I'm home for this weekend.
Yeah, for now, until he decides to disappear again.
But by the time they see this, I will be in Texas again. So, hanging out with my good personal friend Enzo Amore.
Of course.
Of course.
With the
greatest shirt in the world.
Dancing Sami Zayn over here.
Yeah.
Show us how those Sammys dance.
No, I'm not. You have to pay to get me to dance.
Show us the Sammys.
You have to pay to get me to dance. In Center Reach at Cinderella's.
Cinderella's.
God, they're going to want their $4 back.
$4. They give coupons.
We're back. I would never take a coupon.
Buy one, get one free.
Where do they scan it? How do they swipe it?
Got a quarter?
Yes, that's it. You know a strip club is not worth going into when there's a change machine when you walk in.
when her ass crack goes boop boop, it's time to go.
There was a girl that called herself Captain America. She came out with a shield, and I was like, that's smart. As I chucked a roll of quarters.
And she was able to block with that shield.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And as you're throwing those quarters, you're leaving welts all over her body.
Well, I'm not doing it for the aggression.
They're chucking at them.
I'm trying to support.
I was there.
She's going through nursing school.
I watched you chuck $50 at that poor girl who has daddy issues.
Liz is working her way through medical school.
Fucked up.
Such a pain in the ass.
So, we're back, and that's all there is to say. The podcast is so positive, and it's just active in our bloodstream. And
we don't know when to stop.
We don't know when to stop, and we can't stop, won't stop. We're basically MC Hammer.
Well, we had this after 3 months. But,
Yeah, but it's just it's temporary. It's like when you get syphilis, then you go get a Z-Pack. It's just temporary. You're gonna get it again.
Or when you say that you have HIV, and then you tell everybody they have HIV, and then 5 minutes later you say, "Oh, I don't have HIV."
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Then you beg sluts online.
Yeah, I mean that's of course what every rational person would be doing.
Of course.
Speaking of rational people, we opened up a segment called the Mailbag.
Mailbag.
Here's the mail. It never fails. It makes the cold weather tail. Oh! Nicole has a tail.
I really
Mail.
You guys are gonna get sued by Nickelodeon.
No,
Nickelodeon's half dead anyway. It's half going bankrupt. Where can I find on cable Nickelodeon?
Tell that to the children. Is it Channel 32?
When I was 13, it was Channel 22. When I was 17, it was Channel 33. Yes, I watched SpongeBob when I was 17. Judge me. Fuck yourself.
You watched SpongeBob yesterday.
Channels don't matter anymore. Channels don't matter. All that matters is that the network still exists.
Yeah, I guess you could go ahead and buy the app, I guess, right?
Listen, once that guy started taking a picture of all those kids' feet, I tuned out.
Oh, man.
Mark Summers?
No.
I'm kidding.
You know the story? There was a guy who was a famous producer. He did all that, the Amanda Show, and he did the Ariana Grande, whatever the show was. And he would find reasons to get the girls to do weird stuff with their feet, like squirt ketchup on it or smush grapes or
like he thought it was like.
Was his name Tony Atlas?
And check out Yams on OnlyFans. There's too many OnlyFans. Messy footsie. We told you we talk about Trigger's penis, and we don't lie. I mean, in the Facebook video. Alright, so,
I haven't been bush down there.
It's a jungle. Welcome to the jungle!
You gotta get that fucking machete, man. Cut through those bamboos.
I have heard, I do not watch any of the people I know's OnlyFans. Scout's Honor.
Yeah, okay. I know you've been watching.
I swear on Marty Flame's good eye.
Oh, fuck. Oh, damn.
Marty Flames.
Marty Flames. Yeah, he really should.
Just his ass. It doesn't even have his face. It's literally just his ass.
It's true. He's got that. He's got
his
that.
Ass has got a mind of its own.
He's got that pog, baby. Speaking of pogs, today's show is brought to you by 90s Pogs.
Get your holograms.
I didn't have a slammer. I was so poor.
Oh my god.
So I found a really heavy rock. Won every game. Cinder block. All right. So it's mailbag time, and I, of course, am going to start us off, and then we have 2 mails for you guys. Envelopes, not 2 mails. You can see that at Cinderella's on Friday. Guys,
after this podcast, we're going to have to take a ride over to Cinderella's to get all of their information, because now we're going to try to get them as a fucking sponsor.
Why not?
Why the fuck not?
Fuck it, why not?
Hey, man, if you guys want to sponsor Schmoke and a Pancake, be my guest. Send us a message on our Facebook. Or you can go ahead and email us over at
ASAPpodcasts.com. Also, Precision Auto Glass. Anybody who's watching the NYWC knows Shane makes the best. He's like, you ever get a crack in your mirror? Then call Precision Auto Glass. The other guy's like, I live in Brooklyn, and I don't have a car. And she's like, get a car, get it broken. Precision Auto Glass.
Get a car, break it, and then spend money.
All right, first mail. I've committed it to memory. This one was actually sent in 3 months ago. We were going to get it done earlier, but we're going to get it done now. This is from Teresa from Wichita, Kansas.
Teresa!
Friend of the show.
Hi, honey. Thanks for writing in.
Teresa asks, when wrestling is over, whenever it's over, what will you do, me, and what will Pancakes do? I think that's a good question.
All-you-can-eat buffets all the time.
Not in Delaware. They're still closed. I found that out today. That's very topical.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I was talking to my Delaware people. Planning
you do that right now. How is that a difference?
I haven't been to a buffet. Look at me. I lost 100 pounds. Where the fuck did I have the time?
When did you lose 100 pounds? Cut a leg off? Your middle name is Eric Buffet Tan. Buffy Tan.
Buffy.
It's pronounced buffet.
It's buffet. Phoebe Buffet.
Buffet for
Smelly boo, smelly boo. What? Oh, they're feeding you.
So let's get to the question though. Like, that's a good question. Like, what is your plan after wrestling. Honestly, and if you want my opinion, I see you, and we're very good friends. We've always been good friends. But I see you nowadays, and you're traveling a lot.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of things going on. You've got SWE. You've got NYWC. I mean, we all have things with wrestling going on.
SWA.
And now that New York is starting to open up again little by little.
Like Governor Cuomo's daughter on her wedding night.
Damn. Somebody close those legs for business.
COVID check.
I really can't see a plan after wrestling for you because I see you so active with it right now. But
like if it worked out, yeah.
But I could be wrong. What exactly do you have in your brain, in that thinker linker that you have up there? What exactly do you have for after wrestling?
I figured after wrestling, in-ring wise, I could always promote. I could always switch and do commentary.
Yeah, you've been promoting forever.
That's true, but I could put a focus on it.
You could.
I also thought about doing racial-based comedy.
I think I would buy tickets every night.
Yes,
funny.
I'm not
gonna lie, and
deteriorate race guys.
And I'm not kissing his ass, and not just because he's my best friend, but I'm gonna sit there and tell you, he's fucking funny. He needs to do fucking stand-up. I've been telling him this for years.
I know, I gotta get back to it.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Back in the day,
I did.
He did do stand-up.
But actually,
I really want to see you do stand-up so bad.
Actually, this is
I would throw tomatoes at you so hard.
Dude, I can do stand-up anytime. Jack Flanagan will hook me up. Flanagan. Check out the F is Fun on Instagram, a brand new comedy channel by Jack Flanagan of Bayshore. Actually, that's a topical question because me and Nicole actually watched something. So here's a weird plan. There are these bunkers in South Dakota, and they were made in 1940 by the military. The idea was to house all our missiles and ammunition in the middle of the country. So if Japan or Germany invaded, they couldn't get to it. Dead center in the middle of the country. And they left about 600 of these bunkers. And these bunkers are being like turned into housing right now. They're these giant bomb bunkers, and they're making houses in the middle of this South Dakota desert. And I'm gonna have to literally just address this. If you do not walk to that dog, I am definitely turning this podcast off because this dog right here, Boo Boo the producer, is about to start barking, and simply taking her out of the room and closing the door in her face will definitely 100% not prevent her from barking. And since we're filming, I cannot and will not restart everything again. So I'm just letting you know that there's nothing I can do when I'm in mid-sentence.
I did. She's good.
Anyway, okay, so there are these bunkers in South Dakota. It's a place called X Point, South Dakota. And there are these 500 or something bunkers. And the military just left them. And some guy bought the land, and he's taking all these bunkers, and he's turning them into houses, basically. Building it out, and we were watching it, and like, it is crazy. It looks like a giant storage space. And then they transform these things into a freaking house. And
like 5 or 6 bedrooms plus storage space.
That's great.
Dude, and you were in the middle of nowhere. It's 2 hours to the nearest town. So you don't have to worry about being bothered by anybody.
That seems like a vacation.
You ready for this? For life. There are no taxes in South Dakota on your property.
For life?
For life. You can get this bunker for $35,000.
Are you serious?
Bigger than the house we're sitting in right now. And this is a 2-floor, like 8-bedroom house. For $35,000, you have it forever. And I thought, oh man, they must not have internet out there. And then I see a guy fucking around on Roku. So they even have internet in the middle of nowhere. So my plan, comedian, continue wrestling, dog sanctuary where Boo can lead hundreds of dogs across the farm, or this bunker in South Dakota.
Well, there you go. There.
What about you, kid?
That's Johnny Malloy's plan for the future.
I mean, I know you had the plan. You were going to invest in the stock market, make it rich, buy daisies and patch hog, burn it to the ground.
Yep.
Rebuild it.
Yep.
No, seriously. I mean, you're a chef. Some people have told me. So.
To be honest, honestly, I really just I never really thought about it too much because I'm still stuck in the mindset of like I'm here now. Let's try to get as much as I can get in within my abilities to stand up as fucking much as possible.
I love that your life goals are the same goals you have at a buffet. Let me get as much as I can while I get to the stand.
Let's just fucking fill the plate as soon as we get up there.
If I pass out, shovel it in my mouth, Liz.
Where's the soup cups?
Where's the soup? No, continue. Yes, you're gonna go to buffets.
Damn. You know what? I want to get married. I want to have a kid. I want to have at least one kid before I die because, you know.
Just Liz, pop it out. Okay, done. Heart attack.
I need somebody to.
Liz is like, we'll name it Tyrone, and then heart attack. Boom.
I need somebody to be able to dial 911 because both Liz
Hollywood kid.
We both know that Liz is just gonna sit there and say, "Well, if I call the hospital, you ain't gonna fucking learn anything."
I'm not paying for the ambulance. I told you to get insurance, Eric.
Damn.
And she kicks you in the gut.
No, I see myself getting married. I see myself having a kid. I can see myself involved with wrestling, but I really like. Again, I'm 33. I'm not getting any younger.
You're younger than I thought you were. I thought you were at least 53.
Yeah.
Give or take a few pounds.
Diabetes.
53 stone.
Diabetes has really got my looks going weird, huh?
Yes. I mean, it worked completely opposite for most people with diabetes, but you.
No, but I can't see myself promoting, but I can definitely see myself managing, or maybe like in a role of like, say, like a general manager or something like that as like a gimmick, or just something to make people laugh. I like to make people laugh.
I've often thought about.
I'm not funny, but I like to make people laugh.
Well, you're pretty funny. But you're a physical comedian. Like I am funny in that I can make you think of a situation that'll make you laugh. You're funny in that you're like
I have to be like
fat man in a little coat.
Thank you. I'm like a Chris Farley funny, where you are more.
Die the same way too.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Wait, has it been 22 and a half years?
It has been.
I think
it's been 22 and a half years since Chris Farley died.
It's funny now.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly.
It's funny now.
Laugh with us.
Yes, laugh with us. We appreciate his humor. A lot of people back in high school always used to think that when he died, no joke, this is a straight shoot, when Chris Farley died, when I was in, not even high school, middle school, that's when he died. People would actually come up to me and say, "I'm so sorry for your uncle, man. I'm sorry, man."
That's because you look like his brother Kevin Farley.
I swear to God, I look like fucking Chris Farley.
20 people thought you were a Kevin Farley impersonator when I debuted you.
Isn't that fucking nuts?
What's his name? Cronus?
Cronus?
Cronus Farley?
I think his name is Croissant.
Croissant.
Close. It ended up being Pancakes.
Damn.
I could see you having diabetes when you quit wrestling and getting married and your kid having diabetes, and hopefully one day your wife can share in your diabetes.
We'll just be one happy family filled with nothing but diabetes.
Who's that guy? This is diabetes. Rupert.
No, his name is Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley could be your Fox grandfather for your kid.
He calls me to pee and calls me to be short with my family. I can't sleep at night.
Okay, sleep at night. Yeah, so that's the question. That's the answer, Teresa. And I think you probably knew that as far as me goes. And most people probably could have guessed, like, that he's at some point going to finish this damn engagement and pop out some little short stacks.
I'm hoping soon. I'm hoping that we can finally get this done.
I don't think anyone would have thought of the bunker thing, so I'm sure she wasn't thinking that, because that we just found out about.
The bunker's cool, man. It's a cool idea. And dogs are allowed, so theoretically, with 400 feet on each side, I could have like 40 dogs.
That's true.
I'll make it Huskies because
I've heard of crazy.
If I get Huskies, I don't need a car. I could just ride the Huskies next door.
Rush!
And I literally like, Nicole, can you go pick up something? I got a call an hour later. I ran the Huskies into a truck. I don't have a license.
3 of them are dead, one's got a broken leg, and Boo was in the back licking herself.
Yeah. We actually made a joke that if Boo Boo, we're going to do a Christmas book where Rudolph commits suicide. And
Boo Boo's the one to save Christmas!
Yes, but when they're flying, Boo Boo can't fly, so she's just hanging below the other
In her harness.
In her harness? She's
sitting there fucking waving her legs like, "Get me fucking down!"
Alright, and moving on, we always give you 2, and I do 1, and of course he does 1, but he had to write his down because he doesn't have the type of memory.
I suck.
Yeah, also my friend asked this question, so I'm going to remember it. Yeah.
So, our next question comes from Adolf from Battle Creek, Michigan.
Malloy from Starksville, Maryland. All right, what did I'm assuming young Adolf have to say?
This fucking question's gonna make it fucking roll. So
it started off with Heil All.
Heil All. No, like apparently people are still named Adolf. It's not a dead name. People still name their kids Adolf.
Why?
It's so fucking
like, why
weird.
though?
Why would you do that to your kid?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Anyway, so this is from Adolf from Battle Creek, Michigan. So apparently Adolf is 4. So I am going to read it as if I
Don't read it in German.
No?
You son of a bitch. No. It's so racist.
Alright, let me just read it.
Germans are people.
So, dear Schmoke and a Pancake, my family moved from Italy about 3 years ago to the U.S. And we are still trying to figure out how to properly celebrate American holidays, which is it's a common thing with people who come to this country.
I've heard German New Year is different than ours.
It's very weird.
He's from Italy.
Oh, his name's Adolf. It really threw me off. He's from Michigan. They don't have water.
Anyway, so they're trying to figure out how to properly celebrate U.S. holidays. Okay, so we're okay. So to probably celebrate. So my question is, can you explain how an instruction? So we're gonna have to tell them exactly how to do it to properly stuff a turkey.
You're a chef, so this is not a fair question. Can I do step 1?
Please.
Alright, so I'm not a chef, obviously, and Nicole will tell you, I've really never cooked anything. I could burn water.
He knows how the buttons on the microwave work.
But I think I get how to stuff a turkey. I think I can tell you a couple steps. Okay, step 1. You have to open an OnlyFans.com. That's step 1, because if you stuff a turkey in the woods and no one's around to see it, doesn't really get stuffed. It's like a tree falling. And so step 2, you go to the room in your parents' house full of all your Teen Titans memorabilia, and your animes, and your Wicca books, and your
fucking Bulbasaur,
your trip pants from Hot Topic, and your buckets of eyeshadow, and
get them in.
Then you fold your futon instead of folding your futon into a bed, you just leave it as a couch, so it's awkward.
Yeah.
And then you basically just get behind the turkey and plow without any rhythm, like you've never done it before.
No
for about 3 minutes before the camera cuts awkwardly. And for that, you get 50 cents per subscriber.
As a chef, how do you feel about that?
As a chef, I think that's very unsanitary.
And I promise, when it's all done, just like before it started, it will not be something that anyone would want to eat. Thank you, Adolf from Battle Creek, Michigan.
Thank you, Adolf from Battle Creek.
You are one of a kind.
Thank you.
Hey, one of a kind.
Hey, stay positive.
Stay positive. All right, that was the mailbag. That might have been the best one ever.
Only the second one.
That's the best one ever. We're just
high hopes here.
We keep topping ourselves.
So with that note, I think it's time.
Whiskey of the week.
Whiskey of the week.
All right. So unfortunately,
I already drank mine.
And I already drank mine. But we're going to refill this right when we cut the camera to go to the regular podcast. In here, in this glowing cup, would have been Tito's vodka and Red Bull, because I'm trying to be awake for this one. And of course, my boy Pancakes is drinking the very special Canadian whiskey Crown Royal Peach.
Ooh, it was so good. It was so smooth.
And peach.
And peach.
And peach.
Like a fucking fine peach bottom. What? A peach bottom. You ever see? Come on, you ever go to Florida? You see those chicks with a peach bottom?
Why only in Florida?
I thought it was apple bottom.
Apple bottom.
Different ethnicities have different words for butts. I prefer to call butts rectal display cases.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm drinking Tito's. He's drinking Canadian Crown Royal Canadian Peach.
Yeah, it was good.
It's basically like if you dipped a peach in maple syrup.
Pretty much.
which is disgusting and something he would love.
If it causes diabetic shock, it's for me!
And of course, each and every week on the show, we always say, the grass is always greener!
What are we
And
smoking?
tonight is called Black Mamba. That is not just Binky's stage name when she strips.
Yes,
It's also
Cinderella's.
at Cinderella. Bang bang! Precision auto glass.
Go to
HIV. Bang bang!
Go to www.cinderellas.com. Get yourself your.
There's no way they earned that
Buy
website.
one, get one free lap dance.
I would bet
Coupon.
I would bet there's no fucking way they own Cinderella's.com. Like, I mean, maybe. Okay, yeah. So, Black Mamba.
Black Mamba.
It's an indica. It's supposed to make you really sleepy. So I saw the foresight to drink Red Bull with my alcohol.
Well, then I guess I'm just a fucking retard because I have to go to work tonight afterwards.
Someone has to put those fries in the fryer.
What are you talking about? I work at BJ's. Who the fuck is frying French fries?
BJ, it's
The
still you.
BJ.
It's still you.
Who?
You're stocking deep fryers. And you're like,
Eric, what are you doing in the kitchen? You're supposed to be stocking the freezer.
you
I'm just looking at my manager like Nosferatu.
I hope one day your manager's clipped.
Sorry.
So he could be like,
I have not decided to.
he could be like, Eric, what are you doing? And you could be like, staying positive.
He would quit.
I'm still. He would quit. I would make him
No,
quit.
you would quit.
Me? No.
If he was your boss, you'd quit.
All right, guys.
I have not chosen to start a career in Family Dollar.
$50.
So that's apparently where he works.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I don't keep up on it because I don't care. And guys, we're back. We've done the whiskey. We've done the mailbag. We've done the grass is greener. And now,
Holy shit! That's fucking. Holy crap!
and if you've missed his coughing, check out Now That's What I Call Coughing Volume 2.
The sweet, subtle sounds of pancakes.
Now that's what I call hacking. There's no reason to delay it anymore. Let's get the ball rolling and let's head into topic number 1.
Topic 1.
Talk about what your current preference to watch is.
That's a good question.
What is your currently what you watch?
Well,
Porn.
I focus on interracial porn.
Lots of porn.
Wrestling.
Just-
Wrestling
just-
related.
wrestling
What
porn?
do you
Just
watch?
angry Pakistani guys pounding young twinks.
You got China. You got
Chinese
Sunny.
people getting pounded. Oh, never mind.
never
Oh,
mind.
so you're talking about when Pancakes went to the sportatorium that one time.
I want to tell that story one day on air. How Pancakes got tricked into semi-gay porn.
I swear to Christ.
I swear to Christ. There's no Marty Flames here.
Nicest ass in wrestling, Marty Flame.
Wow!
What was the question again?
How many Jesus?
What do you like to watch wrestling? What do you like to watch in wrestling?
I'm guessing like of the current products out.
Of the current things that are out, currently, what do you watch? And I'm guessing that is.
I guess
It doesn't have to. Yeah, it doesn't have to be something.
I'd be happy to go first.
It doesn't have to be
Okay.
stuff that's on TV.
Yeah.
It's what you're currently watching. So you've got to remember, a lot of these shows are posted on YouTube and stuff that are not on a network.
Well, then I will say I watch NYWC TV, which if you check out episode 2 of the Rexian Invasion, it has a really good match with Randy Summers. And if you check out the finale of the first round of the Heart and Soul, you'll see this really sick Dickie Rods match.
But you
Self-promotions, you dick.
NYWC TV
and
on
sometimes Pancakes is in there too.
Yeah,
YouTube. He did a couple jobs. I lost both mine too. Okay. So I watch, and it's this little show called Ups and Downs. I watch Ups and Downs. I don't watch anything. I watch everything, but I watch Ups and Downs. Ups and Downs is a show from What Culture with a guy named Simon Miller. He's also a wrestler trained by Al Snow in OVW. And Simon gives you fair, reasonable, funny, charismatic reviews of Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and AEW Dynamite. And he can sum up everything that happened in a little package in about 17 to 23 minutes. And that is much better than watching between 9 and 35,000 hours of wrestling TV weekly. Ups and downs. Oh, and AEW Dark and AEW Elevation, because all our friends are there.
Yeah,
like all our friends are fucking there. So
and he currently started watching SWE a little bit too.
Oh, and then of course I watch SWE, SWE Fury TV out of Texas. There's this really cool guy with a beard, and any minute he's gonna fuck up Enzo Amore or Rodney Mack.
Wow. Anyway, more self-promotion.
Well, this is my. I've got 3 months worth of shit I haven't promoted.
Anyway,
and Pancakes, you can see me at IHOP on Tuesday.
What a promotion!
Yeah. So, what about you? What do you watch?
What do I watch? Tell you the truth,
not Family Guy. You fell behind.
I'm so behind.
You're so behind on Family Guy. Peter Griffin is rolling in his grave.
Right? Seth MacFarlane is just sitting there, just tapping his fingers on his desk,
rolling on MDMA,
waiting for my viewership to pop up.
They're like, "Where's Eric? He's been a long time viewer. Where did we go wrong? It was a Bank Vault episode, wasn't it?
Pancakes we can change."
No, they've done a lot of stuff just based around you. Like, I really feel like if you watch this latest season, they are trying to get you back specifically.
They really
a lot of Pancakes jokes, a lot of movement. I know you're like a dog, like Rex. Your life is based on movement.
I also have short arms.
You are the rhythm. You are Hamilton. No, what do you watch?
You know what? I really do watch a lot of YouTube. I really don't care much for cable. Not really a big cable person. When it comes down to wrestling,
so you're not a Raw SmackDown guy because you know
exactly. You know, nothing. I would I'm sitting there smoking my pot all goddamn day.
Bet.
All goddamn day.
Bet.
So you know what? So I'm sitting there. Hey, I work nights. So what do you expect? So
good cover.
Yeah.
Working BJ's at night. I'll let you fill in the blanks.
I'm a whore.
Poor Liz.
Liz makes money out of it. It's alright. She's good. She's pimping me up.
She's a nurse.
She's a nurse.
That's cool.
Save them up.
Wait, get back on track here. We're not watching Grey's Anatomy.
I watch a lot of YouTube, so I really do like Elevation. I think Elevation's really cool. How
do you like Big Show on commentary?
I don't.
You don't? Oh, I like Big Show.
I don't.
I have a family tie to Big Show.
I like the fact that he's very knowledgeable, and yes, he's very knowledgeable on the business.
You prefer Taz and Excalibur, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So does everyone. They're the best.
Yes,
they're the best commentary team.
I'm sorry.
They're so funny.
Don't get me wrong. I love Tony Schiavone. I love him. I loved him back in WCW. I loved him back in NWA when I was, I watched all the
yeah, me too.
But the bottom line is,
I love him with a 6-foot hole and a shovel to the back of the head right now.
Wow.
No, it's his time. I don't know. It's Taz and Excalibur. They are the prime of commentary. They don't even focus on the match. They just tell jokes.
I love JR.
I loved JR.
I know. I do love JR. But the bottom line is, what he says at the commentary table is totally different from what he's saying.
Oh, absolutely.
In the back, online, he's making.
Oh, yes.
And you know what? I'm going to bring it down to
Jim Cornette.
He's crazy, but the fucking Colton
Charlie
Cornette,
from Starkville, Maryland.
Colton Cornette is
I'm a Colt member.
Drive-through. I am a Colt member as well. But the bottom line is, he made a statement about the talent at AEW, current talent at AEW right now, and he stated a lot of the talent are pussyfooting.
Did he said this here?
Yeah, not necessarily in those words, but I'm just putting in because I can't really explain, without doing, the face thing.
I know a guy that broke his shoulder trying to get a spot there, so I don't know who's pussyfooting.
Well, I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, he puts a lot of emphasis on the mistakes and the problems within the own company that he's working for. This is what he did back in WWE.
And you're saying Jim Cornette because JR basically came out and he said for anybody that doesn't know, Jim Ross, came out and said, Cornette's not saying anything we don't already know, which is an admission that backstage there is some acknowledgement that these are the problems with repetitive segments and, the lack of current proper builds for the younger guys.
Correct.
But, Darby Allin, look how well they did with him.
Darby Allin, that's great. But they just signed fucking Sting. Of all fucking people. They just signed fucking
That match
Sting.
was cool. That match they did.
No, it was cool, but...
What was it called? Anybody remember what it was called?
Why do you...
Oh, AJ Styles Undertaker graveyard match.
Oh, no, wait.
No, you silly goose.
It was called like a street fight or something.
It was a street fight.
A Bat in a Beltry match.
Bat in a Beltry.
What's a Beltry? I don't even know.
I have no idea.
A pizza match. I don't know. It was a good match. It was cool. It was cinematic.
They
filmed it for 18 hours. It was cool.
Right. But the bottom line is, I want to see Sting the same way that when they brought Sting into TNA Impact. They brought him in. They made him a big player. They put him up against the top guys. Like, I understand, he's older. He's in his 60s. I get it. He does, but, if he's willing to go, fucking let him go. And they are.
They are. The padded suit and all that grip. That was cool.
Exactly.
But I get what you're saying.
I like AEW, but there are certain things about AEW that, as much as I want to get there, as much as you want to get there, for a goddamn fact.
I'm ready?
For a goddamn fact that when you get there, it's a whole new fucking world.
When I get there, they realize me and Mike Magnum know each other. Then they put us as a tag team to job to the Dark Order. Mike Magnum walks out, and he holds up his paintbrush, and he puts 2 fingers to his eyes, and he points to the camera. Then he looks over at me, and I am holding up my beard, just like he's holding up his paintbrush. And I point 2 fingers, and I point to the camera. And then he goes, "Why are you copying me?" And I go, "Why are you copying me?" And then I make Mike Magnum break character in front of millions of people on YouTube. And then we job in a 2-minute match. And that's how I got my AEW contract. So he's watching AEW on YouTube. He's picking up the YouTube stuff. I'm pretty much the same thing, and I'm watching everything else with ups and downs. It's just inconvenient right now to absorb that much wrestling TV. And that's not even counting NWA Power.
Nope.
Ring of Danhausen. Ring of Honor. MLW, who has, Rikishi's extra sons.
His extra sons.
He does. They have 8 of them.
They're fucking extended.
There's 9 of them.
Marriages.
If you feed Rikishi after midnight, Usos just pop out. That's the sound they make when they pop.
It's like fucking gremlins, man.
Yes.
Feed it after midnight, but don't let water touch it.
Every single person got the reference, and you ruined it. What are we at?
We're almost at 10 minutes. So,
Wow, we really hit that.
You know what? I like that my producer lies. It's 11 minutes on the timer, and he's like, "Keep panning out. Panning out. Talk more about Chris Sabin." I'm like, "What? Chris Sabin?"
I started my timer before we actually got to the topic.
All right.
I'm paying
all right. What else do I watch? I watch Resident Alien. It's this show about this alien who lands in a small town, murders this guy, and assumes his life. But then, unfortunately, he murdered the town doctor of a town of 300 people. And now he's forced to, treat all these people and pretend to be the doctor while he looks for his device that he lost. And when he finds his device, he's going to blow up Earth, killing every human on the planet.
So this is a legit thing?
This is a legit show. He has to help the humans just long enough for him to get his device and kill everybody.
In this show.
It's
okay,
excellent.
So he's a very awkward human being.
Yeah.
Like one everybody think.
Alan Tudyk is the name of the actor.
Doesn't he get into some sort of a bar fight or a bathroom fight?
Yep.
Right, and he doesn't phase him, but he's whooping the shit out. Okay, that's a fucking cool thing. I wanted to see that, but I'm
so many cool things, and of course, if WWE wants to hire me, the Peacock app has WWE. And it also has Resident Alien, and the cost of the Peacock app is free.
You know who? That's pretty fucking
Get
cool.
the Peacock.
Get the cock.
Get the cock. That's their new slogan. Get the
Pee
cock.
on your cock.
No.
Get the pee.
Are you speaking as you, or are you speaking as Adolf from Battle Creek, Michigan? Pee on the cock. What do we got left? We're just padding this.
We're done. We're done. We're at the 10
Alright, let's do topic number 2.
Well, no, hold on. I got one more thing for you.
I don't believe it.
Damn. Young Rock.
Oh, that's topical. It's also a wrestling and TV show.
I saw the first 3 episodes. I thought it was very funny, although not historical accurate, of course. It's a satire. And I also want to say that Kenan, the show that follows it, should be immediately canceled. Fuck Kenan. That show was so bad.
Fuck Kenan.
Kenan was worse than Dads.
He was the worst out of the 2 of them. Kenan and Kel. Kel was always the fucking better one. Why are you gonna give Kenan? I'm sorry.
I am a huge...
Who loves orange soda?
No. You have to watch The Mayor with Ted Danson and Bobby Moynihan.
Kel loves orange soda.
I've never seen that. I don't know what that is.
Is it true?
I have no idea what you're doing.
Ooh, I do. It's... Come on.
You just sound like a weird...
Honestly, I have a large TV gap. Listen, the day the Golden Girls wrapped up their 13th season run, I gave up on TV. And I did not return until a boy named Jimmy Neutron debuted.
Oh my God.
Alright, we're way over.
Alright, topic 2.
Let's get to topic 2.
Get some control of this.
I'm trying.
You're like, I'm basically like your Clint Eastwood. I'm the director, and you guys are like that girl who was in that boxing movie, and you gotta be a convincing boxer, okay? So you gotta be $1 million baby.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay, topic number 2.
Are you feeling lucky, punk? Let's do topic 2.
Are you done? Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you ready for topic 2?
She is not amused out of your bullshittery.
Or tall. Deaf.
I will stop producing, and then this show won't run.
If you don't produce, who will make the hits?
Alright.
Topic 2.
Topic 2. Talk about a wrestler who changed your opinion of them.
Ooh, that's cool. You go first.
So you had one opinion of them, and in some way, they managed to change it.
Oh, yes. Oh, fuck, yes.
And that's not good or bad. It could be either one. So if you had a good opinion of them and they changed it to bad, or you had a bad opinion of them and
I
they
get
changed
it
to good.
I just can't go. He has to go first.
I gotta go first.
I have to mulligan the first on this.
He's got to think about it. So, that's a really interesting one because there's a lot of fucking pricks out there in this business.
Look, it could be good or bad. You could have thought someone was a drizzling shit and they were great. You could have
You're
thought
right.
an asshole and they were
Okay, so then you know what? I'm going to give you 2. So you have a little bit more time to mulligan.
Cool.
Okay? First one.
Mulligan's a do-over, so that's good. We're just killing it. Go.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Oh, I met him once. He was very drunk.
Yeah. I'm glad that you only saw a drunk side of him. Let's just say...
It was all penetration when Pancakes met him.
Let's just say I worked on a show with Brutus a few years back.
ECW.
A long time ago. No, not ECW.
Oh, that was a good guess. USA Pro?
No, not USA Pro.
Farmer Finnegan's old-time wrestling?
This was a Jersey company. Magic actually had got me booked a long time ago.
Ooh! Well, that's
it was actually that same show where me and Mike Law went to.
You know, all that time under Harry Houdini really paid off. As Magic had gotten you booked. Remember when you pulled that whole hair out of your ass? I was like, wow! Yes. This guy.
Oh my god. You know how much hair I pull out of my ass? Tons.
I believe it. You're eating a lot of cats. Fucking elf.
Alright, guys, get back on topic.
Anyway,
come on.
Magic and Elf and that time you fucked Brutus Barber.
Fuck that dude. All I'm going to say is this. I worked on a show with him a long time ago, and it was the same show that me and Mike Law had gotten to. The one that we had spoken about a couple of episodes back.
Well, our historian will look it up, but we'll get on that.
Okay, she's in concentration mode.
Don't pay her any attention or start barking.
Anyway, so fuck, where did I go? Okay, so me and Bruce were working on the same show. He decided to come in fucking piss-ass drunk. And what I thought and looked like, he was coked out of his fucking head. I'm not gonna sit there and say if he was or wasn't.
This is how we get sued.
Yeah.
Continue. It's funny at this point. You're telling me you get sued.
Thanks.
The beliefs of Pancakes are not the beliefs of ASAP.
Listen, I know I'm not accusing him. It just, the way he was acting, the way he was betraying himself, it did not look...
Not betraying, portraying.
The way he was screwing himself over.
I I've been drinking, asshole.
You see the Canadian
It's
whiskey.
funnier if he's betraying himself.
He betrayed himself.
I stabbed myself in the back.
Was like,
how the fuck do I do that? I have no fucking arms.
let me explain to you guys. I was there. This is what happened. Brutus the Barber Beefcake was covered. His whole face was covered in white powder. It was crazy. So Pancakes walks across the locker room, and I'm like, Eric, don't say anything. And he goes, no, I'm going to say something. He walks straight up to me. He's like, hey, Brutus, you got any donuts?
True story.
True story. And Brutus had donuts for the whole locker room.
Fucking
I'm like, this is the best show ever.
He needs to do fucking stand-up.
Okay, so wait now. So you...
He just came in, he was fucking pissed off. I went to go introduce myself.
Then you guys get donuts, then you fuck him.
Wait, so before this, you had good opinion of him, like you thought...
I've never met him before in my life.
Okay.
Never met him
This is
before
the
in my
story
life.
of how he changed your opinion.
This is how someone changed your opinion of him.
I love it.
Okay.
You are the best. You are my Kyle Gass.
Let me ask you a question. When you were growing up and you watched wrestling...
She didn't watch wrestling.
I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling.
Her dad was a fascist. He didn't let her watch it.
Yeah, basically.
He only let her watch Bass Pro.
Bass Pro. We got ourselves a 3-pounder there, kids.
That's why she can't tie her shoes, but she can shove a hook in a
That's
fish.
what they call them, the X.
A 3-pounder? What are you, screw midgets? Like, alright, continue. Brutus the Barber Beefcake and just a Coke and screw midgets.
Anyway, so
Quarter
I met
pounder
him for
with
the
cheese.
first time, and mind you, I was very
Mind
young.
you.
I was very young in the business. I was still learning. I was still getting shit rolling.
Yeah.
I met him, and he just looked so fucked up. I can't say if he was or he wasn't, but that's what it looked like. He looked like he was fucked up.
So it was like a...
He couldn't keep his eyes open. He could barely stand up, and his match was next. How the fuck do you put yourself in that type of a fucking position and then go out and perform and expect to get paid properly?
Who was he wrestling?
I don't even fucking remember.
How was the match?
Shit!
Well, then that's all
I was the
say.
fucking pre-show match, and that match was better than the fucking actual show.
So it kind of broke your, you had this idealized version of him as you see him on TV as
Exactly,
hero,
like
and then it broke you to see him
And
in that
mind you,
state.
again, I was young, and I didn't really know. And now I know.
Forever young.
Dead. So another one, since I told you I was going to be two.
I still thought of one.
You
I was very into you and Brutus doing donuts and Coke.
This one is more of a positive one.
Sure. Oh, the first time you met our friend.
Whoa.
We're not getting sued this time. Almost got us there.
The third, never mind.
I think if you clip all of our shows together, there's like a lawsuit there.
Yeah.
You really
There's
got to
something
dig.
there. You really
got to dig. You
gotta
really got to. Your grandma's really got to have a deep pocketbook to pull this off.
You're really gonna have to be really good at fucking puzzles to really put all those fucking pieces together to get us sued.
That's true. That's true.
So my second one, it's definitely going to be Ray Apollo, Doink the Clown, before he passed.
Oh, the third Doink.
Yeah, he was a really nice dude. And you know what? I heard stories about him in the past.
Yeah.
But when I met him, he didn't really care about wrestling. He was there because he...
Was he burnt?
I think he was...
Burnt out?
I think it was a combination. Well, it was a combination of burnt out and just he's in it more for the fun.
Okay.
But he's not serious about it.
Correct.
It's more
There's nothing
just
wrong with that.
this
There's nothing wrong with
is enjoyable for me. to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
For every Tony Nese, there is
He would be
a...
asking. He would just be talking like a regular guy in the locker room, like he was just a normal, like if he wasn't nobody, like if he had no name, and he was in the locker room, he was hanging out with us, talking with us.
Wait, so
talking about stuff.
down to
baseball,
earth. Down to earth.
Very down to earth.
But didn't care about wrestling.
Not that he didn't care, because he cared about the way he performed, and he cared about the way he was in the ring, and he cared about the business in general.
Wait, so what was the turn of your opinion? Both of
Because
these
when I
didn't really have a turn.
because of the fact that I heard a lot of things about him.
Negative things.
Negative things about him.
Oh, and then he was surprisingly not what you had heard.
So, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
This we gotta fill the blanks in with you. So you get there. You get there. You just the tortoise and the hare.
We get things rolling, and once we get them rolling,
like a snowball. As long as it's a hill, Pancakes is going down it. Okay,
I fell down a mountain.
I met.
I really did.
Several famous people. This is any wrestler that changed your opinion of them, bad or good, throughout it. I couldn't think of any examples, and last minute 2 examples hit, but they are very, very personal examples that will affect this podcast. So, in my right hand is a name, and I've actually put a name in my right hand, and there's a name in my left hand, and I'm going to let Nicole pick. Who is the one example I'm going to use? Okay, so the right hand, left hand, pick, Cole.
Right hand.
All right. So I'm going to tell you about Nightmare.
Oh,
the left one was Ryan Perry.
No way.
That would have been an interesting one. Because as you know, the Jewish people are historically left-handed.
I thought we were talking something.
Wrestlers who have changed their opinion, right? So, okay. When I met Nightmare, I thought he was a very nice guy. I thought he worked hard at what he was doing. I thought he was a family man. I thought that his wrestling was not good, and his promos were not good.
That hadn't changed, though.
But he was safe for the most part, and he was competent enough to get through a match. That was when I met him. And I kind of held that belief for several years. Mm-hmm. You know, I had him in SWA.
Well, that was your fucking first mistake, then, wasn't it, there, Sonny Jim?
And over the time in SWA, I saw that the competency in the ring was not necessarily there. And then at one of Nightmare's shows, one of the first shows Nightmare ran as a promoter, I learned that the nice guy who was trying hard, who was the family man, wasn't a family man. He wasn't trying hard, and he wasn't a nice guy. The second he had a position of power, like when you're buddies with a guy and he gets promoted to assistant manager, and the next day he's like, things are going to change around here. And you're like, we were drinking last night, buddy.
What happened to us?
Damn. Yeah,
things are going to change around here.
The second he had power, he became a dick. Aggressive to younger talent that I'd never seen before. Cocky. Within 2 shows, being a promoter, he told Jim Sullivan, Blake Morris, Rex Wallace, Nunzio, Tony Mamaluke, Jack Gallo, Jason Knight, Tatanka, Jason Cross, I think, Gallo's partner.
Cross, that's what I meant.
I'm sure I'm missing people, but all those people couldn't wrestle. They were beneath him. They couldn't wrestle, and he couldn't carry them to a good match.
See on crack?
I mean, pick a name out of there. I don't know how you come up with that. But this is what he told me as he tried to stiff me on money after I'd already wrestled for him in the match of the night. So that really aggravated.
Fucking balls, man.
Yeah, and after employing him for 5 years?
Employing him for 5 years and sticking him with the best talent that can fucking hold his ass.
Well, I didn't do that. I put him with this guy. Oh, it was you.
Yeah, it was me.
That was the only guy I had around.
Oh, fucker.
I thought it was funny to see him in a chef hat, and it worked for like 8 years. Now, he was really
he sells tickets.
Really changed my opinion of him over that period of time. Just finding out all the nasty things he had done, and lies, and just the way he put people down, man. It changed my opinion. It forced a change that I didn't even see coming. So that would be mine. Mike Jordan Nightmare. That would be mine. Changed my... And, later on he apologized to me. But only after he had quit wrestling, and after his company was closed, and after he had nothing... there was no power anymore. It was just, maybe one day Jerry would book me if I give him a bullshit apology. And that's what I took it as, and that's what it was.
It just showed his true colors in the end.
Absolutely.
And it showed, and karma fucking sucks because he hurt his neck or something and closed down Predator Pro. We talked about this like several fucking times last season.
Yeah. I want to come with like a good example, like a famous example like yours, but like those were like the 2 examples I had of somebody that really fucked their opinion, like really 180 the opinion I had through their own fucking like actions and malice. What do we got left?
We're way over the 10 minutes by a couple of minutes. So if you want to keep going, we can. But I think we should get to topic 3. All right.
Let's do it. Topic 3.
All right. Topic 3. Let's talk about SWA's return.
Ooh. That's topical. I mean, that is topical. We're filming stuff this week for SWA's return. So that's fucking topical as shit. So I don't even remember half the things that people know. What do they know right now?
I don't know. You gotta tell me. I have no idea.
Well, you should probably be keeping up with that damn Facebook, buddy. Now,
well, I don't know what in public people know. There's some information that wrestlers may know, but that's different than what all people know.
Well, I think on the Facebook, if I'm right, the people know that some restrictions have been lifted, and that the SWA bus that's been pretty much stopped, the wheels are starting to spin. And we do have some kind of outline of when a show is going to happen. We do know we're going to be featuring SWA at several NYWC wrestling shows over the summer. We're going to be doing SWA matches featuring SWA talent, ring announcers, referees, and everything else at these NYWC shows. We know that. We don't know, or we can't tell you the locations, but we can tell you it's the summer, man. Wrestling's finally coming back, and that means SWA as well. Giving Pancakes a chance to say anything he wants as he chokes unmercifully in the background. Just choking. And I literally patted that. I was like, SWA.
I'm trying to get you
is coming back. And the whole time he's going in the background.
I'm trying to hold it in so that you can...
Like that little rodent that works for Java. What else do they know?
I don't know. I mean, everybody knew everything was shut down in New York. Everybody knew that SWA works with NYWC. So whenever NYWC comes back, it is, I guess, assumed that SWA would be like right behind it to come back.
Thank God for the restrictions to start getting lifted, because it just brings it brings back some normalcy to everybody's life, at least a little bit, you know?
See, what underwhelms me, personally, okay, and this is, if I had, let's say, guy off the top of my head, no reason for this example, if I had Matt Jackson sitting next to me, and I said, what do you know about SWA? I would expect him, off the top of his head, to have every bit of available information. Because, for example, using him, he's a guy that has sold to me how important SWA was to him. How much he wants it. His desire. If I had a guy like Harold O'Hart sitting there, Harold O'Hart's the guy that said how much he is dying, chomping at the bit for SWA, how much he loves it and wants it. I'd be like, Harold, what's going on with SWA? And I'd expect him to run it down. You know what I mean? So I hope that the people who are coming in for this SWA return get motivated and focus on it and know what's going on, because we need people that are going to do that. If it's an afterthought,
listen,
if it's just
like it's fucking coming, and not
exactly.
You're gonna have a lot of fucking action-packed events. SWA's coming back. It's 2021.
Already, yes.
And you know what? Not for nothing. You know, Psycho Circus is right around the corner.
Maybe.
And
I'm hearing rumors. Maybe.
And you know what? Who knows? Who knows? Some surprises might come.
Yes.
You know, just throughout the entire year. You know, SWA has made an impact on the island.
I do remember a promo that went out.
For what? For the past 10 years or so.
Well, we started, let's see.
More than that.
SWA started with FTW pre-show in 2010.
Yep.
And I think we did 2010 to late 2013 as the pre-show. and I think we moved to
Solo shows in 2014.
So we've been running solo shows for what? 7 years. But SWA's been around since 2005. So it's super cool. But I do remember a promo that went up. Okay, so the promo, if you guys check out the SWA Wrestling page, which anyone listening to this probably already has, promo where the Johnny Malloy character, me, gets a call from the guys who run NYWC, and they tell him to get the ball rolling, and they have an idea for an SWA match, something they want him to do, and it's kind of implied that it's time for SWA to crown a Pride champion for the first time in, I think, over 4 years.
Yep.
4 years.
My SWA history is iffy. Like, you know, it all blends together, but I think the last official champion was Mike Magnum?
I believe so, yes.
Yes,
Mike
it was.
Magnum.
I know that there was people lined up, but I know that it didn't work out. People got banned from the Sportatorium, or, you know, a worldwide fucking pandemic.
Fuck. That'll fucking do it.
Yeah, so I think that's it. I think it's the latest thing you guys know. SWA is coming back. We're going to be working with NYWC Wrestling, and we're going to be crowning a champion. And you know what? This is a cool place to see who's listening to this podcast. This is a really cool place to drop a little bit of information.
Yep.
And see who actually listens. Because if who we think is listening, it'll become a point of topic.
Yes.
So, how about this? The SWA Pride Championship will be crowned in a fatal 4-way match. Featuring the 4... Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Fatal 4-way, man. The 4 most deserving men in SWA. And on our podcast, I will officially announce the first entrant. If you're in the SWA group, you already know who it is. This man has been with SWA since 2006. That is, what is that? 17 years?
About,
yeah.
16 years? About 15 years.
He's lived in,
17 years.
he's
Like
lived in Cornwall. He's lived in Vermont when he was the king of Vermont, and he currently resides in Las Vegas. He has been the absolute pain in my ass, the worst person we have on the roster. I wanted to punch him in the face. And he's also been a beacon of hope that a fat piece of shit can actually do something. He's currently embedded in jiu-jitsu, performing in tournaments. He was partially trained by the Disco Inferno and Kenny King and Karrion Kross, NXT champion. He is the Dr. Pepper Delight, the King of Vermont, the Las Vegas Legacy. He is the backbone of SWA, a former Rampage Pro Wrestling Open Challenge champion. The first participant has never been in an SWA main event. He has never challenged for an SWA title.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to
Matthew Jackson.
Congratulations.
And not the one from the Young Bucks. 1T.
Yeah.
That with 1T. He couldn't afford the second one. It was copyrighted.
Congratulations, brother. You deserve it.
Congratulations, Matt Jackson. You come a long way from getting stink-faced at a reunion show.
Hey, man. It's all in good fun.
Yeah, it sure was. You were like, I'm going to pound tacos and stick my ass in this kid's face. Ha-ha!
Hey, man.
Jobbers? Ha-ha!
Fuck you.
That's how you talk backstage. You're like,
Fuck you.
fucking jobbers? Ha-ha! I'm gonna go grill this young boy. Ha-ha!
You're such an
This young boy.
This young boy. Ha-ha!
Congratulations,
You
Matt.
guys are like the same age.
And when can we start to hear the other competitors? Can we hear them online? Are we going to see them on the website? Or are we going to hear it on more parts of the podcast?
Nothing's more of a soap opera than SWA. I like it weird and crazy
You like
and
it weird,
ridiculous.
crazy, like fucking like wild sex.
Like Nicole's sister in the sack.
Like a fucking
What the
orgy.
fuck?
I got it, you stupid bitch! It's gonna start coming out. We have another promo coming out this
Coming
weekend.
out like Nicole's dad.
Actually, Nicole's brother is super gay.
He is not gay.
Flowers sprout when he walks. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm coming out. I want the world
Come on,
to
guys. He's
know.
got kids.
He's got a yes. A lot of people have kids.
Yeah.
So it's
You're
gonna
a parrot.
everything is gonna be
Wait until we get that parrot that says pancake.
I fucking hate you
Hey,
both.
pancakes!
Hey, Pancakes,
I
take food
hate
out.
her so much.
We are going to start revealing everything in promos. We have a promo coming up. It's called Alex Gets Molested. This is not... Alex does not get penetrated. It's more of a subtle thing. But Alex is very subtle. It is the next one coming up. Alex Gets Molested, and we have a lot more coming out after that. Harold gets drunk. Alex gets molested. It's going to be awesome. Pancakes pukes. They're all in the pipeline. I just have to make these things happen. No, it's cool. Don't worry about that one. He's gonna! Yeah!
I love you, Jaws.
Yeah. Like I told you, he's got a cool tank treads on his wheelchair,
dude.
Like the new handicap logo where they're leaned forward, going fast, and they're doing shit. That's Straws.
Oh, so I thought you were gonna compare his wheelchair to fucking what was it? RoboCop, the first one.
Oh my god.
The fucking jet. Show me your hall pass.
Straws' thigh can open up to reveal a gun. It's crazy.
That's great.
Yeah, Esteban's gonna come out with some stuff, guys. We're coming back. It's so cool. It's been so long, and we're gonna give you a little bit.
Back off, dirtbag.
We're gonna give you a little bit of what you knew before and what you loved, and the guys you've seen. But we're also gonna do. It's basically a whole new thing. Built off what we had, all new stories. The only thing that's carrying over is, of course, Dennis John must be stabbed for this storyline to end. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Dennis John bleeding out, and NYWC management's like, you guys have gone too far, and I'm like, no, let him die.
We haven't gone enough.
Yeah. Dennis John will be stabbed, and the title of this episode will now be Dennis John will be stabbed. That way people view it thinking it's about Dennis John, but it's not. Yeah, Esteban's back. It's so cool. Pancakes is on board. Of course, I'm back. Expect Matt Jackson. Expect a lot of your favorites. But it's going to be... dude, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be weird.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be different.
It's going to be the weirdest company, the weirdest wrestling show you can see on Long Island. It is not... I am not looking to give you technical masterpieces. I want this to be the weirdest... stuck in your head when you leave the sportatorium shit. I don't want you to say you saw a good match. I want you to say, I wonder who's that. What the fuck was that? I wonder who stabbed Dennis John. Wow. Yeah, that's the boys back. Well, how long do we got left?
We're at like 12 minutes. So
you suck. You let us go over on everyone. Now they have to listen to a 4-hour episode, and now it's like they're gonna be like, the episode was too long, so we turned it off. We heard something about stabbing, and we turned it off.
If they turn it off now, when you've gotten through all the topics, that'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, we did pretty good. It's an hour. It's like an hour and like a minute episode right now, which is pretty cool.
All right, so if you want to wrap it up now, we're at the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 2. Dennis John has been stabbed. I don't know if that's the title. I think the titles are random. You've got some crazy titles.
How about we call this one The Return?
It's gay.
Yeah, you know.
Batman Returns.
Fuck you. You're gay.
We'll just call it Batman Returns.
There's nothing wrong with that.
They'll think it's a review. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I love cocks.
You know what's
they wake me up in the morning. They do that sound, you know.
You ever hear a retired rooster?
No.
You got the other regular rooster, cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo. You got the retarded one. Good night, everybody!
So, exactly 1 year ago, episode 2 of A Schmoke and Pancakes Season 1.
Wow! We're recording this on the anniversary of Season 1, Episode 2. Episode 2, Season 2.
Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride. And of course, that was about Nicole's mom and her promiscuous.
We actually talked about injury stories, hotel experiences that were bad, and importance of a wrestling school.
I remember this because he never had any serious injuries, and I was like, I'll fix that.
And I'm still waiting.
I've been beating his ass in training ever since.
Fuck you.
Also, check out on the SW page. I'll be posting some footage of Harold throwing up at training.
Yes.
I'll put it in slow motion where you can really see all the kale and diet ginger ale he's been drinking as it comes out his face and nose.
Ginger ale.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. He's basically like a sick frog.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in to episode 2, season 2. We're glad to be back, and we're going to try to get the next episode up a little quicker. The summer's going to be freaking crazy with travel, but We're going to do our best.
Guys, another thing before we go, Asylum Pro Wrestling.
May 29th. This will probably be up before that, yes?
Yep. So if you want...
Hopesdale, Holtsdale, I don't give a Hootsdale, Pennsylvania. That's getting that on a shirt. Yeah, I have catchphrases.
You're good. I'm drunk.
All right, share.
Oh, you
follow.
really? Oh, fucking Canadian whiskey? That's it. You fucking done.
He didn't even finish that glass.
I'm not done.
Share, follow, subscribe.
Share, follow, subscribe. ASAPpodcast.com.
Podcasts with an S.
You can also find us on Spotify. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. You can connect with us on Instagram. We don't use it as much. You can connect with us on Twitter. We don't use it as much.
Send in your mail to
fan
your
mail.
questions.
Go to the
fan
website.
mail.
There's a fan mail. We'll keep you anonymous if you want to be anonymous, like young Adolf. I'm sure it's not true. And of course, Gobble Gobble Turkey Stuffer / OnlyFans, Metsy Footsie Productions,
Cinderella Strip Club.
Cinderella Strip Club, Precision Auto Glass, NYWC.TV.
Catering was provided by Put Down the Fork.
Yeah.
Nobody gets that throwback.
They
All
do.
right.
Throwbacks are amazing. All right, guys. Have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow.
Guys, thanks for listening. This has been a Schmoke
And a pancake. Good night.
Night.